Again, be aware that when you requested a birth certificate, don't confuse it with the statement of birth record, because that's not a birth certificate. Under the Vital Statistics Act that will be in most states or provinces in any of these governments of the world, they will define the birth certificate as only basically the little abbreviated form that you carry around to get all those little government services and privileges. This originating document the parents filled in at the hospital is not the birth certificate. If anybody tells you such, they're just lying to you. They didn't do the research. I could go over and over and start reading out of the Vital Statistics Act and go down that, but you will find under the contents that deals with, or the table of contents, and it'll actually have definitions of various subjects that are used in the Vital Statistics Act. And birth certificate does not mean statement of birth record, or the long, what people call the long form, at least in Canada or Ontario. So anyways, do not confuse the two. So this birth certificate that you requested, this is the token, the government bond security, that is required to operate in the legal or in the public. So when we look at what they say the purpose of it is for, again, it is very clear. It states, these are little highlighted parts of the form to request to be known as a, in this, we're, basically I'm talking about right now in Canada for Ontario, it's a request to be known as a Canadian, birthed out of Ontario. And it says, it is an offense to willfully make a false statement on this form, but it basically says that personal information contained on this form is collected under the authority of the Vital Statistics Act, 1990, and will be used to provide certified copies, extracts, certificates, or search notices, and to verify the information provided and your entitlement to the service requested, and for law enforcement and security purposes. So this is there for law enforcement to control people who are under their law or legal. It has nothing to do with you born as a citizen of God's kingdom. That just isn't going to be the case. So this is to control people in their secular, legal governments that are going to pretend to be members. And that's as simple as that. The pretend game, the make-believe game. And they will make you believe by armed force once you request to be known as such. So that is at least one very serious purpose of this. It's for law enforcement and security reasons. Now, interesting, they tell you straight off in the instructions here, when you're eventually authorizing them and signing as the applicant, okay, because it's your opinion with the opinion feather, right there beside where the signature is, and it says, I authorize the Office of the Registrar General to issue the requested document information and consent to the Ministry of Government Services collecting information. Remember, legal is to collect. Collecting information about myself and the person named on the birth certificate, if other than myself. Well, it would have to be other than yourself in reality, because you were not birthed or armed with a legal title. And that is as simple as the truth will be. That is after required. So it says, from the guarantor and such other as may be necessary to verify the information on this form and my entitlement to the service required and to the disclosure of such information to the Ministry of Government Services. I am aware that it is an offense to willfully make a false statement on this form. So if you asked for something and it truly wasn't yours and you assumed that you had entitlement to it, that burden rests on you, not on the state.